Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Harry Knuckles podcast with me, your host. And of course, I am not by myself. I am joined by Hunter. Say what up, man.
What's going on, everybody?
Uh, we would like to graciously apologize for the our absence last week. There were some technical difficulties that I simply could not overcome, so the Harry Knuckles podcast had to skip a week. I hope you guys are all right.
You know you missed us.
I'm sure they did. I really, everyone loves bad intros,
Yes.
unlicensed opinions.
Yes.
It. Everyone needs that in their life, so we really do apologize. But this week we're going to be talking about the happenings within the NFL as far as games and news, as far as NFL Week 7 goes. And we're doing our picks for Week 8. Just gonna be, having a good old dandy time talking about football and that. But before we start, Hunter has some very interesting news. I think he went on a trip of some sort. Where you at, man?
Yes. As I speak, I am sitting outside of a hotel in Florida.
Oh, high roller. Okay.
I'm in Orlando as we speak. So, that's wonderful in itself. It is 85 degrees and sunny.
Oh man. Oh man, that's too hot for me. But I'll concede that it is pretty cool, man. Because it's like,
I don't like the heat though. Kind of gets on my nerves.
but you're missing out, man. Here in Salisbury, it is 58 degrees and rainy.
Inhaling.
And yeah, it is awesome here. Huge fan. I think I just heard my window break from a hurricane outside. But yeah, it's great. It's great. But did you do any sort of, cool excursions or anything while you were there?
Today, I actually went snorkeling, and
Oh
I
man.
was swimming with some sharks and some stingrays. So, that's kind of taking a break from what I'm used to.
You're
Because
not
I mean,
usually swimming with stingrays.
no, I'm used to sitting in my room all day writing about football and other sports. So, it's
But
kind of
but
something new for me,
the experience from one does kind of carry over to the other.
and that's fine with you, isn't it?
In a way, yeah. Um, were you in one of those weird cage things with like?
No, I was not. No, I was not.
Then how are you swimming with sharks? Oh, they weren't dangerous sharks.
No, sadly, they were not.
Ah,
They could have eaten me if they wanted to, but I think they passed on this time.
I think they're trained not to eat the
I'm pretty
customers.
sure. Just you
Yeah,
never know. You never know.
man, that sounds fun. When you getting back?
I come back next Saturday. So actually, next week's podcast, I will also be in Florida.
Interesting. So you'll have
So
nothing
how
to
about
talk about.
that? How about that?
Actually, you know what?
Yes, I got it lined up.
Do some more interesting stuff so that you can, have some stuff ready to go on the next podcast to talk about.
Yes,
Because I'm
exactly.
I'm excited for you in a way.
I mean, I have no distractions here in Florida. I am just doing everything. It's gonna be the best two podcasts we've ever had.
I would certainly hope so after last week's. Last week was a beauty for all those,
I don't under yeah,
who will
how
never get to
can
see
you
it.
lose to last week?
Look, okay, look. I don't understand why the file got corrupted. It just did. I googled the error code. Google ain't tell me nothing. So there you go. Yell at Google, not me.
Blame Google.
Well, okay. Enough of this nonsense.
Let's talk about football, man.
let's get down to copper tax. All right, no, brass tax. All right.
Okay.
I had that joke written down to
Oh, did you? And you
yeah.
still messed it up.
No. The mess up was on purpose. I had written down say copper
Oh,
tax and then correct myself and say brass tax. Whatever.
okay.
Okay. So the we're gonna be talking about the Cowboys having 6 straight wins in the NFL. Talking about who our MVP candidates are, who our top five are, who our bottom three are. Percy Harvin trade. The Texans blew a lead. It's all here, folks. It's all here. So let's start off first with something light. We're going to continue to talk about the Cowboys, even though they're in the news literally every day. Did you get to see any of the Giants Dallas game on Sunday?
Sadly, no,
Ooh,
because On Sunday, I missed almost every game.
Oh, excellent. Okay, good,
See,
good.
see, I still got everything. I still got all the notes, so we're still good. I can still
Okay,
talk about it. I just don't have that first person view
if you say so.
because as I was driving to Florida as the games were going on.
Rookie mistake.
Yes,
Always
yes.
travel on a non-Sunday, like a
I
Saturday.
You do not know how hard I tried to fight that.
Oh well.
But you know what? It didn't work. I could watch it through my phone on Bleacher Report as a refresh every 5 seconds waiting for scores to come in.
Shout out to Verizon.
Shout.
um,
Exactly.
all right. Well, for those of you who don't know, I don't know how you could not know, but Dallas has now won 6 straight games in a row after losing to San Francisco in Week 1, and a lot of people still think that at any point, we don't know when, but at any point, this winning formula of Dallas will run out, and we will see the 8-8 Dallas that we've seen the past 3 years. I want to know, based off of what you heard, what you've read, do you think that they can keep up this game-winning formula that they've got going?
I do believe that they can. And I know that is probably a shocker to the world because they're going back off of the past 4 to 3, 3 4 years. But I feel like this is a different Cowboys team. It's just they've been playing much better. The past 3 years, have they had a start like this? Can anyone answer that for me?
I'm gonna go no.
No, they have not. So we've never seen them mess up this badly before.
Yeah, true, true.
So I mean but it is the Cowboys. You never know. Shout out to DeMarco Murray though.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna definitely come up in the MVP conversation. Now, I have heard this theory that's like it's not really tailor made for Dallas per se, but it definitely fits them because the theory is that if your defense isn't that great, if you happen to be able to run the ball very, very well and keep the ball for over a half hour, and your defense is only on the field for, like 15 to 20 minutes a game. So it's really hard to get exposed if all you need is 3 stops because you've had the ball for so long. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
so Dallas on paper is supposed to have a pretty terrible defense. I'll admit those dudes like Rolando McClain, Crawford, Scandrick, geez, like I'm not gonna say that they're like Legion of Boom or anything, but they are definitely fulfilling their exact role
Yeah.
they haven't been exposed quite yet. Like they're still
Yes.
playing not that great, but they're doing what they need to win games. So
Exactly. And
I
the offense doesn't have to score 45 points a game to win
right.
anymore because they're running the ball. They're doing what everybody told them they should do, which is run the ball with DeMarco Murray. And now DeMarco Murray is on pace to have over 2,000 rushing yards this year.
And
So,
427 carries.
yes. So, I mean, if the who knows what the Cowboys would have done if they had done this, 2 3 years ago.
Well,
But
to answer my own question, I do think that they can uh, continue this pace that they're going at. I honestly do believe that they can beat every single team in the NFL doing what they're doing. I really do.
and they've already beat one of the best, or one of the profound best,
Yeah,
in the Seahawks.
they've gone against an elite defense and they've gone against an elite offense, and their same strategy works against both. So
Yes.
it's fine, man. I don't like Dallas or anything. I'm not an advocate for Dallas, but I would like to see them not suck this year, and so far they're fulfilling that. So
It seems that the league is a lot funner and better when the Cowboys are winning,
it is. It's America's team. It's. I
quote
don't know why I
unquote.
disagreed with you. I don't. If they go 2-14, I'm still a happy camper. I still am.
Yeah, to us it doesn't matter, but to some people it does kind of it's some people's livelihood, man. These
This is true.
Cowboys, some people just go crazy over these Cowboys. George.
Oh, ooh. Ooh, no name dropping. That's gonna get cut out, all right?
No name dropping, and nobody's gonna know who it is except you and me. So that's fine.
Okay. Let's see. There's so many topics here. All right, let's go with Oh, we'll go with Seahawks Rams. Okay. Let's
Ooh,
see. I'm gonna phrase this in the
ooh.
most delicate way I can. I don't want to
Okay.
draw too much panic here because I don't think that Seattle is bad by any means. But I do think that they are in a bit of a precarious state. Right now, they're not winning that division, and there are some problems that need to be addressed immediately. And by that, I mean one problem that needs to be addressed immediately, and that would be the pass rush of the Seahawks. I watched that game, some of the highlights and everything, and Austin Davis looked poised, and he only had three incompletions. And the running game worked, the passing game works. He was abusing the seams down the middle, and the special teams for the Rams. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
that punt, yeah. But
Yeah, I think
Seattle lost
everybody.
because of a trickery play. So I mean, a loss is a loss though to the Rams. So do you think that Seattle is in a bit of a pickle here?
I do in a way
In a
because I
way.
feel like because last week was a very big week in Seattle, and I'm saying that because when you lose your number one wide receiver to a trade, and then as the news come in, we realize that he's been fighting with teammates, he's been doing all this, you know, it's not easy just to go into an opposing team's arena and just blow a team out.
This is
And
true.
it seems that the past couple of years, the Rams have given the Seahawks a tough game every single year, especially when it's been in St. Louis. Like last year when it was, I think, 13-10, something like that, 13-6, I don't know. I can't remember, on Monday night. So it's always seemed to be a good game anyway. And then the fact that the Seahawks had all these, I don't want to call them off the field issues, but
Near
you come into the game with
near
all
the
these.
field issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
So
okay.
it's this kind of it was a tough game at a tough time for the Seahawks. I don't think there's any they shouldn't be pressing the panic button or anything like that. It's just kind of a bad game at a bad time.
So Hunter Firestone says they should not be touching or getting anywhere near the panic button yet.
No, no.
Okay. I forgot what your prediction was, or your projection for their record at the end of the season. I think you had them losing three games.
Yeah, I think I had 13-3.
That's what I had as well. They're already there. Looking at the schedule, I don't know if they can raffle off, nine straight wins, but yeah, you know,
Anything can
these
happen.
this is true. Or 10 straight wins, my bad. Um all right, well, let's talk about this actual trade in Seattle. I know you just touched on it a little bit, but we, haven't actually voiced our opinions on the
Yeah.
trade itself. Let's first start off with what does this mean for Seattle, and then we'll do the B side of what it means for New York. Um, just give me your thoughts on it.
I want you to go first
Oh, all right,
because I brought it
sweet,
up, so I
sweet.
think you should go first.
This is not good at all for the Seahawks, to put it lightly. I don't like this at all. I understand that you need to maintain a level of you need to establish a precedence for conduct in the locker room, and as far as having a roster full of guys that can cooperate, that's very important. And to most people, you'd imagine it's more important than actual talent or your ability to play. But in the case of Percy Harvin, I feel like there should have been a way to work through this.
You
Because
do?
yeah, because letting that guy go, you now don't have a guy that's that X factor that can constantly make plays in open field. It's just not having, even though he was basically just a luxury item, air quotes, last year. He's only played 8 games with the Seahawks. So even though that's the case, there's so much potential there that Seattle barely got out of him. So losing him and then also losing Tate in the offseason, it's just, you know, Baldwin is no disrespect to Doug Baldwin, no disrespect, but the Seahawks just don't have the receiving core that other teams have in order to thrive in the NFL. So losing Baldwin, ah, I'm just saying, try and work with him. Try and work with him.
Yeah.
What
And
do you,
and I will say this because people are saying that they made it to the Super Bowl without him. Well, they also had Golden Tate,
exactly?
who is now with Detroit, and look at the numbers he's putting up in Detroit. So,
Incredible.
it is kind of hard. I just view it as Marshawn Lynch is going to get just a lot more touches, and he's going to run the ball more. And when you give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, he's going to get yards. So I feel like not really a whole lot is different other than the fact that Marshawn Lynch is going to get the ball a lot more.
This is true. Uh, let's talk about the Jets. I heard a very interesting conspiracy theory towards the beginning of the year when the Jets started stinking it up. Um, I like this conspiracy theory because it actually makes sense. But John Idzik, right? The
Hmm.
general manager for the Jets, supposedly, well, this is just what this conspiracy theory says, but supposedly Rex Ryan wasn't the guy that he wanted to use, to coach that team. So he, as the cap specialist, he manufactured a way to get these players that just don't work. Like Eric Decker
Wow.
is your number one wide receiver. Like, is that not a red flag to anyone? Like, how does that go by? Jeremy Curley gets a contract extension. It's just
Yeah,
I don't know if it's true or anything. I just think it's interesting that because
I
it's very
really don't
clear.
I don't want to believe it,
It's clear that the
but
Jets,
in a way it kind of makes sense.
either Idzik is
Like
that
in
bad
in
of
a
a
way,
good.
yeah. No, no, you go.
Uh,
I'm kind of just rambling on about nothing.
I'll save you from yourself. If that's the case, then Idzik really is just that inept at his job. So get such not good talent. There you go. That's the best, most eloquent way to put it. Such not good talent around Geno Smith. But I know Geno Smith has to be leaping for joy now that they got Percy Harvin. Know what I
Now
mean?
it's just now if it's he can give him the ball.
Right, right.
Now if you can throw it to him, that'd be great.
But I don't know if this really makes the Jets like competitive though. Just one guy. That remains to be seen.
No, no. Especially
So,
that since Geno Smith is still quarterback.
so are you in favor of the trade, or are you not a fan of it?
Um, See, I think I was just like everybody else. When you first started trade, you just stood there with your mouth open because you didn't know how to handle it. That the into the Jets for a conditional, fourth or fifth round pick.
Yeah.
But then the news started coming in saying that he was fighting with teammates, that they've been trying to trade him, and all that. And now, if I'm being honest, it kind of makes sense because you're getting rid of a guy that you didn't really want. You don't want right now anyway. He. I don't know if you heard about all this, but he was saying stuff about Russell Wilson. He was turning other players against Russell Wilson. So it's kind of like you got rid of a guy that you don't really want anymore, who's not even been producing all that much this year to begin with, and then you're going to get a third to I think sixth round pick for it. So it's a pretty good deal for the Seahawks, in my opinion. My opinion.
And a really good deal for the Jets.
Yeah,
If they can find a way
it
to
it kind of
manage
works
him.
for both teams, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just Seahawks need a wide receiver bad. Once again, not dissing Jermaine Kearse, Ricardo Lockett, or Doug Baldwin or anything, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
they need a guy.
they need someone to step up
Yeah, one of
too.
the two. One of the two.
Yeah.
Just gonna scan down on this Google search, NFL games, and I'm just gonna let me know when something sticks out to you. All right.
Okay.
Um, Jets lost to the Patriots. All right, there we go. I'll do it for you. Something sticks out to me about this game in particular. Did you hear about the game almost winning field goal by the Jets. The controversy with
See,
that.
we were in the same place as this game was going on. We were in Applebee's, and yet we both were not watching the game together. I still cannot figure out how that didn't happen.
Yeah, I was in
How there
front
was a
of
game
baseball,
on.
of
I mean,
course.
yeah, I was watching the World Series. I was watching not the World Series. I was watching the AL DS. No, NLDS. NLCS. Wow, I messed that up bad.
Took you about a half hour, but it's fine. It's fine. Carry
That's
on.
see, I am a baseball person and not a baseball person at the same time. But this is a football podcast. Why are we talking about baseball?
I don't know. It's a cruel world
Maybe
we live in.
that's how bad the game was.
It was an L biter. It was actually a pretty good game by New York, at least.
Yeah, for New York standards, yeah.
But go ahead and finish your point. You didn't. Oh, or was that it? You're just talking about
That
Applebee's.
was really it.
Oh, all right. Well, in case you didn't know, the uh, who was it? Dante Hightower, I believe, was out of position. He was too close to the long snapper. He was within his shoulder pads, which is not allowed. And right before the field goal, the referee put his hand on Dante Hightower and had him move to the side so that he wouldn't get called for what would have been a 5-yard penalty against the Patriots, making the 58-yarder a 53-yarder, and Nick Folk, having a better chance to kick the game-winning field goal. Now that I've given you that context, what do you think about that?
That sounds amazing on the ref's part.
What?
Trying
What?
to help the other team. Just kidding. No, that was horrendous. That is just horrible that a ref is trying to help a team out that much. I think that's just kind of an example of how the Jets season has gone so far.
Yeah,
That they
at
need a
first,
ref's help to try and win the game.
well, it was the Jets that were kicking the field goal, but the ref helped Hightower avoid the penalty for the Patriots. So the Jets almost kicked the
Oh, okay.
game-winning field goal, but it got blocked after they failed to call the penalty. Which I guess, if you think about it, would have happened anyway. It would have got blocked regardless of when they kicked it. But it's the principle of the
Yeah.
matter. It's the principle. But
The principle is what is the most important part, man.
at first I was outraged at this because I don't like New England, and I'd love to have seen them lose to the Jets. Seeing them lose to either the Jets or the
Yeah.
Bills every year or the Dolphins every year is just amazing. But anyway, after a while I was like, well, the Jets are like the Jets have only won one game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're 1-6. So it's like, whatever. They lost. Okay.
Yeah.
um, it's
Exactly.
a penalty that's rarely ever called, similar to how wide receivers will look at refs to make sure they're not offsides before the play. It's kind of like a formality, but still don't think it should have happened. That's just my views on it. So let's see here. Vikings, Bills. The Bills beat the Vikings 17-16. I have no thoughts on that. I'm not smart enough. All right, let's see.
Not really, not really.
Ravens,
How about your Ravens though?
Falcons. Ravens, Falcons. This was great. This was awesome. The Ravens beat the Falcons 29-7. The Ravens were at home, which is obviously a huge advantage for us. We did just get a road win last week against Tampa, so getting a win here against a really good offense is great, and only holding them to 7 points, that's awesome. Our pass rush was fantastic. We got over 5 sacks on Matt Ryan, and yeah, great win. Joe Flacco looks like Joe Flacco. Um, we're running the ball well.
You keep saying he's elite, man. You keep saying he's elite. Do you? I,
Uh, you know what? For the sake of the Ravens, I will take that back. For the sake of the Ravens, because if I say that he's elite, he'll mess around and throw 4 picks a game. So I'm gonna retract my statement and just say he's a good quarterback. And there you have it. Not gonna jinx
okay.
him, right?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Browns. Wow, we did not predict this at
How
all.
about them Jaguars?
If there was a week to predict
See,
that
we
they would
both
get
had the
their first
Browns
win,
winning.
exactly, because the
This was
Browns
not it.
didn't look bad at all, but they lost to Jacksonville
24-6.
in a game where
So
Bortles threw like two interceptions. I don't understand, but well, whatever.
it's the Browns
Panthers.
and the Jaguars, man. Don't
This is
don't
true.
try and Jaguars.
Panthers Packers. Packers won 38-17. The Panthers defense, I've been holding off on giving them smashing my gavel down and saying, "Yep, that
I think
defense
it's
is
time.
awful." It's
I think it's
time.
time.
It's
Yeah.
not good at all. I keep holding on to the theory that, well, they were good last year, so they just need to figure it out. No, the figuring out process
You
is
can't
over.
do that.
They ain't no good no more. So, nah.
They're lucky they got a tie against. They're lucky that they didn't get a loss last week too
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to
against
Cincinnati.
against
We're gonna
Bengals.
get to
Oh,
Cincinnati.
are we?
Um,
Great.
Jay Cutler was Jay Cutler against the Dolphins. Brandon Marshall did not. Finally held Jay Cutler accountable for his ineptitude in high pressure situations. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, the
It only took them that long to say that.
the Dolphins did indeed beat the Bears 27-14. Bengals beat the Colts 27-0. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Bengals lost 0-27 at Lucas Oil. My bad.
Do you always have to do that to me?
Oh no, I didn't do it on purpose this time. I
No,
promise.
you did. You know you
You can
did.
tell by how serious my voice is right now. Didn't mean to. So
Okay.
just go ahead and explain an entire franchise for me.
You know what? I'm not gonna be that kind of person and say that it's all because they don't have AJ Green because that's not true. Because even in this game, if they had AJ Green, I do feel like they lose. Because when you only get 8 first downs in a single game, you're not gonna win that many games. But there's a couple good things that came out of this. I will say you had 0 turnovers and you had only 4 penalties for 20 yards. So that's basically either like 2 false starts and 2 holdings or something like that. So they didn't get the W, but it wasn't exactly quote unquote horrible.
Well, it's interesting that you brought up the turnovers thing. Um, Andy Dalton had 38 attempts, completing 18 passes for only 126 yards. Do you believe the theory that many people have told me before that if Andy Dalton plays well, then the Bengals probably won. But if he didn't play well, the entire team suffers and as a result loses. Do you think that the win ultimately depends on his performance?
I don't know how to answer that question if I'm being honest, because my gut tells me no, it doesn't matter. But every game the past 3 years have basically said yes, that is true. So
Okay.
it's kind of hard because it seems that Dalton either has a bad game or a great game. He seem to have average games anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever he has a great game, they seem to win. Whenever he has a horrible game, they lose. So it's hard to say, but people need to remember that AJ Green was out this game, so he's gonna have a lot more completions. They probably score more than 0 points, and so it's.
You'd imagine they'd run the ball more. Geez, Giovanni Bernard only having 7 touches and Jeremy Hill only has 4. What?
I, and
For
I
a
don't understand that
combined
because it
32
wasn't
yards?
like they were down 27 points after the first quarter. They were only down 10-0 at halftime. So I don't think anybody understands that. I don't know what Hugh Jackson was thinking about that,
Hugh
but
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, I messed that up.
No,
So
we need to know his opinion on this.
I said Hugh Jackman first, and for some reason I thought it was Hugh Jackson. So you know what? Whatever. That the Colts had the ball for 30, almost 40 minutes in this game.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
Andrew Luck, and I saw a tweet about this. You probably didn't see it at all. But someone tweeted that the Colts have finally proven that they can win even when Andrew Luck doesn't have a big game.
Because their
How about
defense
that?
isn't soft anymore.
It's because their defense has stepped up. Exactly. Exactly.
I remember the Peyton Manning era of the Colts when it's just like every time someone mentions them, it's like, yeah, Peyton Manning, Marvin
Exactly.
Harrison, Reggie
Now
Wayne,
it's now
Colt.
what do you now it's Andrew Luck.
Now it's Andrew Luck in an actually decent football team in every area. You know
They've
what I
won
mean?
5 straight, so hats off to the Colts.
Indubitably. All right. It must be nice not having a soft defense anymore. But anyway, all right. Let's see here. There's so many games here that I do not care about. Okay, that's not true. I care about all
Saints
these
game.
games. Lions, Saints, 24-23. What a nail
How
biter
about
that
them
was.
Lions? Did you see the end of the game at all? Like, did
I
you
did.
see the highlights?
I did.
Did you see that the Saints, with I think 3 minutes left, they had the lead and they had like 2 timeouts, and they still threw the ball, like every play.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. I actually picked the Saints to go to the
I
Super
don't.
Bowl.
You
I'm very.
did.
I did.
I
I
didn't.
did.
You have one more week to change your pick. You have till Sunday to change your Super Bowl pick.
I wonder if I'll change it.
I hope you do, because who'd you have? Saints. Who'd you have? You had Saints.
I had Saints Patriots.
Saints Patriots.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep that?
I'm gonna change both actually. um, you know, I'm not gonna do something
You can wait
stupid
till
like
the end of the
Arizona
show.
Denver,
You can
but
think about it to the end of the show.
okay, I appreciate your extension.
Okay, I'll change mine too. I will
Let's
change
see.
mine as well.
What are your thoughts on Colt McCoy now being the starter in Washington?
It
Do,
really doesn't mean anything in the end because he's not gonna be there when RGC is healthy.
this is true. This
So
is
who
true.
cares if it's Kirk Cousins or Colt McCoy? They're gonna lose no matter what. Even though they did beat the Titans, they did win.
But imagine how
Hats
Kirk
off to
Cousins
Pierre
has to feel.
Garcon with that catch. But you know, either way. So no, to me it doesn't matter. I don't know if it matters to you or to other people.
Well,
Do you think they're gonna beat the Cowboys next week with Colt McCoy?
I don't even know if I should be predicting games anymore these days because so much nonsense happens. The Rams beat Seattle. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So maybe
Yeah,
now
sure.
there's no way. There's no way. I'm saying it right here, right now. There's no way that Washington can beat the Cowboys.
Yeah,
There's no way.
it's not gonna happen.
All right, so I see what you mean, but just imagine. I'm just thinking about Kirk Cousins, the poor guy. You know,
Yeah,
all eyes on him for like a
I feel.
solid 5 weeks, and he just doesn't perform. And they're like, all right, get the next guy in. You
Both
know, it's
and I do think didn't both of us have him, doing very well.
we did.
I'm I know I did. I don't know if you did. I had him doing very, very well. I predicted him to play very well. He just hasn't done it. He apparently thinks that the other team is his team as well. So
Oh
throwing
yeah,
outrageous picks.
we couldn't talk about this
So
last week. Well, we did talk about it last week, but it didn't air due to never mind. So, um, but Kirk Cousins threw by far in my history of watching the NFL one of the best interceptions I've ever seen. It was a perfect spiral directly into the hands of an Arizona Cardinal. And it was the kind of thing where it's not like the Cardinal was moving. It's not like the cornerback was moving. It was a stationary target. He was just
He
sitting.
just, yep.
He was sitting in his zone, just waiting for it. one of the best picks I've ever seen. It was amazing. Um, Chiefs beat the Chargers. Ooh, the Chargers are now
That
five and
was a
two,
great game.
and Chiefs are 3-3. Does this knock the Chargers down a peg, or does that just mean Chiefs are on the up and up?
No, I only see this as the Chiefs going up because the Chargers played very, very well. It's just they happened to lose the game. Any downside to this loss for the Chargers at all. They're still in my top five.
All right, fair enough.
Easily.
I'd have to agree with
Easily.
you.
Easily.
I think Kansas City is one of those sleeper teams that's just waiting to have a big break. Like New England was one of them, but ever since that they
Yeah.
got put back down into where they normally are. But I think there's no point in saying that because they beat the Chargers, they're like should be in your top five power rankings or anything. But I think they're a team to look out for. That's for sure. Uh,
I feel like if they had beat the Niners last week, that they would be up there.
yeah, that would have
If they
definitely
had
bolstered
if they
them.
had pulled off that win, I think they could have done it.
Yeah. Giants Cowboys. We already talked a little bit about Dallas, but we just want to talk about New York and Odell Beckham Jr. He looked pretty good against Dallas. Um, the Giants just could not run the football to save their lives against Dallas.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
For a split second, I was like, "Wait, is Dallas's defense like top five in run stopping? What am I looking at right now?" But yeah, Dallas got it done. That's all I can say about that
They
one.
did, man. We've already talked about that was way too much for an amount of time. We're not used to this.
Right, yeah. um, let's see. Arizona beat Raiders. He beat the Raiders. The Raiders have yet to win a game. As Darnell Dockett very poignantly pointed out, um, did you see that on Twitter? It was Dockett
No, I did not see
on the
it.
sidelines with a whiteboard aimed at the Raiders crowd that said, "You're the worst team in the NFL. 0-6." The sheer
Wow.
disrespect of the young man, but that was pretty funny though.
Again, I mean, just think about it. Oakland is one of the best, have the best fan bases in the NFL, and you're gonna say it to them?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, maybe if he had pads
Would you
on.
argue that? Would you say that the Raiders have one of the best fan bases? Would you agree with me on that?
From a classic standpoint, I guess. I mean,
From
the
a
her-
classic
the
standpoint.
heritage alone creates that fan base, but because of their lack of relevancy, they're not like
You
Pittsburgh or
can't
Philly.
blame the team for the fans. That's not fair.
I can't blame the fans for the team.
I don't know. I feel like they have a great fan base. They've sucked for how many years, and they still sell out almost every single game.
Well,
So,
good. Well, good.
you know,
I'm happy for
good
them.
for the Raiders. How about that Peyton Manning, huh?
Oh man, I
How
didn't know
about how
how we were going
about
to
the
approach
Broncos
this.
in general? You didn't?
I didn't know we were going to do
You
like a little.
missed?
No, I'm saying I didn't know how we were going to approach this topic of Peyton Manning. Were we going to do like a 5 minute
Okay, okay.
dissertation, like a little speech about the first time we saw him throw a
We
pass?
we could just give him an applause for 5 minutes.
I don't even know. I think my tweet said enough. Um, I said that he's like the honey badger of quarterbacks. Um,
That seems good enough.
yeah, Peyton Manning is just Peyton Manning. He broke the record. He's at 5'10" right now. So yeah,
Pretty sure.
I think the Broncos, like I've said for like the past, I think maybe 2 weeks now, are the best team in the NFL. Period. Just
Agree.
because their
Agree.
defense is scary, the offense is scary, and playing at home there, playing against them while they're at home is scary. So, as far as intimidation goes, knowing who you're going against, that's who it is right there.
Hmm.
Okay. Any thoughts on the Niners? Only scoring 17 points to 42, or is it mainly just a one-sided affair?
It was basically just Peyton Manning and the Broncos just doing whatever they wanted. Because I don't remember a single thing from the 49ers standpoint from this game at all. Like, I don't remember them scoring 17 points, if I'm being completely honest.
To be
I
honest,
just remember Peyton Manning doing whatever he wanted.
I know what you mean. I can't think of the 2 touchdowns that San Francisco scored.
No, I don't remember them.
Was there a touchdown pass to Brandon Lloyd? I don't know. It
Let's
doesn't
not even
matter.
try to
It doesn't
figure this
matter.
out. It
What a
really
real shame
doesn't.
that we don't know. The Niners scored
I am
10
ashamed.
points in the second half and then a final touchdown in the fourth quarter. I don't know what they were, though. It doesn't matter. All right. Texans Steelers. Did you see this?
Yes, I did see this.
This game, ah man, we both don't like Pittsburgh, and to see them get away with
What
robbery man, at home getting away with robbery
was
is
it 20? Was it 24 points in 3 minutes? How many
it
was it?
was 24 points in 2 minutes and 54
In 2 minutes.
seconds.
That was
Oh,
incredible.
did you see the
I still just can't believe about that interception with Brett Kiesel,
Oh yeah, the
where
one
it
that
bounced off of another player's helmets.
yeah, he tipped
Happened to
it.
be standing there
Yeah. But man,
in the best spot.
Arian Foster fumbles. Then the kick returner muffs the kick and falls at the 2 yard line. Then another dude fumbles, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a pick. Like, come on, man.
You basically just gave it. You just gave them the points, man. Come
It's
on.
not even like the Texans played poorly. They just decided to get careless with the football. In a random 3 minutes of the game, they just like, whatever.
Whatever. We'll just
And
roll
did you
with it.
see Bill O'Brien's press conference
I
after the
did.
game? Oh my goodness. This
I
one
didn't know
woman
how
was
to
like,
handle it. I didn't know
how
how to handle it.
how frustrating is it, basically gifting this game away? He's like, well, it's very frustrating, Tanya. Okay, it's very frustrating. We don't plan in practice to give the ball away. 3 times in.
I feel like as
That's hilarious.
I feel like as someone who's in the media myself, I mean I don't do press conferences or anything. I'm just a writer, but I feel like if I ever do get it to a point in my career where I have to ask coaches questions, I'm going to think about what I'm asking. Are you frustrated?
That's a
Like, you don't ask
revelation
a
I don't
question,
think
are you
anyone else has come
frustrated?
to.
Like, you don't ask a coach, are you frustrated with a loss after they lost? Like, really? Think about what you're asking people.
I think you're onto something
Think
there.
about it.
I don't think any reporter has ever stopped to, just ask a different question.
Think about it. No, it's always the same stuff.
What's your attitude going
Wait
forward?
till I get out there.
What can you do to fix it?
Hmm.
Don't ask
We need to
about.
win.
It's so stupid. Okay. Well, that's. Oh my gosh. That's it for week 7. That is. That is it.
Why do you act?
Um.
You're acting so surprised. I don't know why.
I like to pepper in enthusiasm every 5 or 10 minutes or so. Just to make it more
Okay.
natural.
So how about this week 8?
I don't have the betting lines up yet, so just talk about something in the meantime.
Okay, I'm gonna say that the Lions versus Falcons game this week is in London, and
I'm
this game will start at 9 in the U.S.
9
Uh,
a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay.
So I'm gonna guess that a lot of the average people are going to miss this game.
I am one of them.
No, I don't understand. Right? I'm not gonna be up at 9:30 watching this game.
Well, it's better than
So
Dolphins
that's kind of one
Raiders.
game out of the books. Huh?
It's better than Dolphins
It's
Raiders.
better than
Like,
watching.
why would America give them that
You know
game?
what? This game be amazing. Watch the
Uh,
Raiders Dolphins game be amazing.
all right. I'm gonna do out of order in the way that I see them on the NFL Daily Lines. Let's start off with San Diego at Denver. San Diego, no, Denver is an 8-point favorite. My bad. Who are we taking in this?
Predict. We're doing predictions now.
Yes.
I feel like the Broncos will win in overtime. I don't know if you remember last year's game, Thursday night game with Chargers Broncos, but the Chargers won last year on Thursday night
All right, that is true.
in
Yeah.
uh in Denver. So it was a hard decision, but I will go with the Broncos in overtime.
Do you think
Yep.
Broncos offense will struggle against, pretty good defense? No? Well, not struggle.
Um,
Struggle's the wrong word. That's not really possible. But do you
struggle
think we'll have any
scoring
trouble?
24 points. Is that struggling? Well, struggling?
I don't know. So
I
you're
don't
saying
know.
no? You
Maybe
think?
for Peyton Manning it is. We don't know.
I'll take Denver as well, just to be on the safe side. Detroit at Atlanta. Atlanta is nope. Detroit is a 3.5 point favorite.
um, I will go with the Lions,
All right.
winning by 14.
Atlanta's offensive line is in shambles right now after they lost their center. So I want to say Detroit as well. I think this week I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna pick the favorite every week, every single game. These guys
Are
get
you?
these guys get paid to do these projections and do the odds and all that jazz. So I'm gonna put my faith in them. Next game.
You're just gonna go with it?
Yep. Which is a
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm like a smart rebel. St. Louis at Kansas City. Um, Kansas City is a 7 point favorite.
Yes, I will go with Kansas City.
Um, I think that St. Louis's special teams and their ability to punt the ball so efficiently, and no, their ability to receive punts so efficiently and run fake punts will throw Kansas City off. I'm saying that. No, I'm kidding. Kansas City as well. I'll take Kansas City.
I was waiting for you to throw that in there, that you're joking.
um,
Like, is he serious? There's no way.
let's see here. Minnesota at Tampa Bay. Minnesota is, believe it or not the favorite. Tampa Bay is a 2.5 point favorite.
Um, I will go with Minnesota. Tampa.
Not
Uh,
Tampa.
I I will go with Tampa. I will go with Tampa. Yes.
Um,
Vikings are just bad, and Teddy Bridgewater is not doing anything.
Jarek McKinnon is though.
So I'm just. I
I'll
don't
take
even know who
Tampa.
that is. Oh no, you're right, McKinnon. I don't know what I was thinking there. My bad. My bad. I
I'll
was
take
like,
Tampa as well.
McKinnon is not the quarterback. Oh
He
yeah, he's
basically
the running
is.
back. You're
He
right.
basically
He-
is. It's funny you bring that up because I was thinking about DeMarco Murray as a rusher for the Cowboys, and you kind of wonder. I was kind of thinking about it. He's gotten to the point now after rushing 7 straight games over 100 yards. He's gotten to the point now where like he should kind of be giving himself up on plays that don't work. You know what I mean? Like a quarterback that runs
Yeah.
and slides. Like he should any play where the blocks aren't just right. He should just give himself up because he's that precious of a commodity in this offense. And
Yeah.
if he continues to
It's
run the
not gonna happen, but we wish it could.
yeah. If he's smart, he'll start getting down. But anyway, Seattle at Carolina. Seattle is 4.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I'll go with Seattle. I'll go with Seattle. Coming off a bad week. I have them.
We said that when they came off a bad week against Dallas, and look what happened. But I agree. I'll take Seattle as well.
See, but nobody saw the Harvin trade coming, so
I
it's,
like
it's,
looking at your
it's
argument and then pinpointing a fault with it and then agreeing with it in the end. So that's what I did there. That's what I did there.
you can never disagree with me. Or you know what? That's not true. You
Oh,
disagree with me about
snap.
half the time.
That's probably accurate, actually. Baltimore at Cincinnati.
We both know we're disagreeing here,
Do you want to
so
know what the point spread is? Baltimore is actually a 1 point underdog. One
I was
point.
pretty sure that they were underdog. I'm gonna go with my Bengals. Shocker. Uh, I feel like we will come back. I really need to stop saying we because I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
So, but I will pick the Bengals on this one.
Okay. Well, you see, the thing is, who did Baltimore played Cincinnati first at the beginning of the year? Was that
Yep,
a home
first
game for
game.
Baltimore?
That was a home game for Baltimore. Yes.
Oh, and we lost that. Okay, let's see. I'll take Baltimore. I'm gonna go against the point spread and take Baltimore. Just because I'm a fan and I think we'll win. All right, let's see here. Um, Miami at Jacksonville. Miami's a 5.5 point favorite. I'll go first. I'm taking Miami. All right.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville. Go Jaguars.
What?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's
that's fine.
Jaguars. Hey man, my heart's telling me to go with the Jaguars. I don't need an excuse. I don't need a reason. My heart tells me Jacksonville, so
You
I'm
never
going with
do.
Jacksonville.
You never do need a reason. Bears at New England. New England is a 5.5 point favorite.
I feel like this is gonna be a wonderful game.
Nope.
No? Well, are we both going Patriots?
uh, I'm actually gonna say Bears.
You are.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I don't care
Well,
that it's at New England. I'm in a happy mood for this bit right now. I'll say Bears.
okay. Okay.
Just because Jay Cutler is I feel like beneath all the smugness, he's a bit disappointed with himself against Miami. So I think he'll pull it together.
Okay. That's good enough reason.
Uh, yeah. I mean, so you're taking New England anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm regretting it now, hearing you say it, but whatever. You said Jacksonville earlier.
You were hoping I go with Bears so you wouldn't feel
Yeah.
as awkward.
Yeah, yeah. I do feel a bit strange now. Oakland at Cleveland. Oh wait, no, I skipped the game. My bad. Buffalo at Jets. Jets are the
Go.
favorite.
Let's go Kyle Orton.
I'm
Kyle
taking
Orton
Bills as
versus
well.
Sammy Watkins, man. Let's have Sammy Watkins have another 2 touchdown game, and let's have him catch another game-winning touchdown with 3 seconds left,
Well,
please.
are you aware, young sir, that C.J. Spiller and Fred Jackson are both hurt?
Mm-hmm. I am.
That doesn't impact your.
No,
All
not at
right,
all.
fair enough.
It just gives Sammy Watkins the ball more, and who doesn't want that, man?
I feel like you're throwing his name around quite a bit. Do you have any ties to him by any chance?
Sadly, no.
No?
Sadly, no. Yeah.
I thought you did. Okay.
I do follow him on Twitter though, so we have that kind of relationship. But he doesn't follow me back, so I don't know what that means.
Ah, he probably did at one point, but then he unfollowed you once he saw your thoughts on things. What? Andy Dalton's top 5? Out of here. Uh,
I never
anyway,
said that. I never said that.
I forgot what it. Oh yeah, you said Eric Decker is go with that. That's right. Never mind. Wrong thing.
I never said that either, but we're gonna move on.
All right, let's see
I know
here.
what you're thinking. We're not going there.
Philadelphia at Arizona.
Ooh,
Arizona
this is
is.
game of the week, people.
You heard it here
Game
first.
of the week. And I'm gonna go Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Philly.
You realize that the Cardinals are home
Yep,
too, right?
I do. I
Do
do.
you think how many? Okay, I'll add this. How many rush yards does LaShawn McCoy have against the top 5 rush defense? Are they number one? Or are they top? I know the top 5. Are they number one in the Cardinals rush defense?
Um,
Do you know? top of your head?
Off the top of my head, no. Um,
Okay.
but I'll get confirmation soon enough. Let's just have like a minute of silence and I'll look it up.
Okay, how about this? How many rush yards does LaShawn McCoy get against a top five rush defense?
Well, we saw that DeMarco Murray, what he did against a quote unquote number one rush defense. I'm not saying that that's a precedent to have every week that this sort of thing happens, but I think the Eagles. I'm just saying it just to. I'll admit I have no reason to say that. I'm just doing it to be antagonistic, so I'm going to say Eagles. I think LaShawn McCoy will
Okay.
rush. He'll rush for 85 on
85.
85 on 17 carries. There you go. You heard it here first. Um, why am I still looking up the defenses for the NFL? Like I'm still there. I'm already dedicated now, so I might as well look it up.
Well, do you want me to move on to the next game then? Uh,
Um. Oh wait, no, I
But
found it. I found it. Arizona Cardinals are the number one rush defense.
okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to,
Then
get
Lions, then
confirmation. I
Broncos,
could
then
have looked it up
Bills.
myself, but you told me you were doing it, so I kind of let you finish what you were doing.
Hold on, timeout. Did
Oh,
uh,
I'm
did I?
gonna keep going on.
Who are the Patriots playing next week?
Patriots are playing the Bears, and you picked the Bears to win
Yeah.
in Foxborough.
My bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna change my mind. I had a minor stroke. My bad.
You said you were having a fun bit, so you were gonna pick the Bears.
Yeah, that's what a
Did
mild
you?
stroke
Did
sounds
the
like.
bit go bad? Did it go bad or something?
I just saw that New England has the number one pass defense in the NFL. I didn't even know that. So
Oh wow.
there's that.
Oh, you're welcome for letting you look that up. You're welcome.
uh, okay, let's see here. Cleveland is playing against Oakland, and that's a home game for Cleveland, and Cleveland is a 7-point favorite. Can you
I will
trust
go
Cleveland to win these
with.
games anymore?
No, I cannot, but I'm gonna go with them anyway.
As will I. I'll take them. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh. Indy is Indy's only a 3-point favorite. Interesting.
I'm gonna go with the safe bets and go with the Colts.
As will I.
With Well, because you have Andrew Luck against one of the worst defenses in the league.
Indubitably.
So let's just go with who we know is gonna win.
All right. Green Bay at New Orleans. It's
Isn't
only a
is that
1-point spread.
is that the Sunday night? That is Sunday night, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I will go Green Bay. Even though it seems that the Saints always win prime time except against the Cowboys. But I will
Yeah.
go. I will go with the. I'll go against my better judgments and go with the Packers.
This is a tough one because both defenses are garbage, but both offenses are pretty darn good. It's a toss-up. I'll take. Yeah, give me Green Bay. I'll take Green Bay. And let's see,
Okay.
Washington at Dallas. Jeez, this is oh man. This is like when we did Seattle versus Dallas and we did our picks for that. We were just like, come on, man, it's that CenturyLink. What do you think's gonna happen? This is the same thing.
See, but is this the game where the Cowboys are gonna mess us all up?
I
Is it
don't.
gonna be this game or is it gonna be later?
It's because the Cowboys are such a simple team as far as their strategy goes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then, Washingtons are not the kind of team that's going to break it in the first place. So, give me Cowboys,
Yeah.
most definitely.
You know my answer, so let's just roll with it.
Let's move on. Okay,
Actually, there's nothing else that we move on to though.
I have two more things.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I got a bad thought about what will happen if this podcast, after I end the recording, if that thing happens again, and I feel really bad about it. I'm just hoping it works this time. I really do. This one, I
Yes.
don't know why I got really negative for a second. My bad. Let's just move on to our MVP picks right now. 7 weeks in.
Right now.
Right now.
I think we both know who we're gonna go pick though.
Do we though?
Um, I'm gonna go DeMarco Murray.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
I was not expecting that from you, to be honest.
why not?
I was expecting, Manning or Rivers, to be honest, from you.
I don't know. I mean, the safe bet is obviously Peyton Manning. I don't think Rivers is MVP. Would you pick Rivers over DeMarco Murray?
Oh no,
No.
no, no.
I'm gonna answer that for you.
If DeMarco Murray
Were you
plays,
gonna go DeMarco Murray?
yes, I was. I was.
Are we going? Oh, you were. Oh, I told you we were gonna have the same one.
Yeah, I didn't think we would because I could have swore you were going to go with the quarterback.
Oh, do I always go with quarterbacks?
Um.
No, I don't. I'm gonna answer your question for my own question for you. No, I do not.
Fair enough.
So, you know what? Because 2 years ago, I had AJ Green winning the MVP. So, deal with
Really,
that.
that
That was
that's a
two
tough
years
one.
ago.
Actually, I want to change my MVP, Percy Harvin. There you go. All right, moving on. Those are our MVP picks. My criteria for MVP, it's I think it'll stay DeMarco Murray the whole season as long as he plays a minimum of 14 games. That's my criteria. If he plays 14
Oh, wow.
games, I'll
So
give
if
it
he
to him.
misses 2 games, you'll still give him MVP.
Yep, yep. Because I feel like every running back, I always I spot them 2 games because it's such a dangerous position to play. Know what I mean? Yes.
I got it. Yeah,
All right.
I'm
Fair
not saying I
enough.
agree with it. I'm saying I understand.
Okay. um, top five, bottom three. It's an idea I stole from a very popular sports show. Let's do it.
You go first, buddy,
All
because you
right.
apparently seem very eager.
I am. Top five in the NFL at this current juncture would be at number one, Denver Broncos. At number two, the Dallas Cowboys. At number three, um, the San Diego. No, sorry, the Indianapolis Colts. At number four, the San Diego Chargers. And at number five, the Arizona Cardinals. My bottom three, worst of the worst. At number three, well, no. At number at number 30, um, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 31, Jacksonville Jaguars. And at number 32, the Oakland Raiders. And at number 34, Pittsburgh. Let's just put the Oilers back into the NFL and put Pittsburgh at 34. There you go. There's my top five, bottom three.
You do realize the Oilers were the Titans, right?
I am aware of that.
Nation.
I am aware.
Okay. Okay, just making sure.
Just give Tennessee 2 teams.
They're that great of a city,
Yes.
that great of a state that they Tennessee. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, so do you want me to say my top five?
No, I kind of just wanted to say mine. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I mean, our first two are both the same. Number one, Bronco Cowboys. My number three is the Cardinals. Yes.
Interesting.
Number four, the Colts, and number five, the Packers.
Whoa. That's that's a bold one. I like it.
And I'm not gonna say my bottom three because they're exactly the same as yours.
All right, cool. I did a lot
And
of
they're, I
research for
think,
my
the same
bottom
on
three.
everybody's. You watched one game of each the whole season. And that's all you need.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell. That was that was exhilarating. That was a good show.
I think it was a good show too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do believe.
Is it over?
I also am enjoying. I am enjoying this sunshine as we speak.
Is the sun still up?
This
Really?
It's going down, but it's up.
Do you realize back here in good old Salisbury, the
It's
sun goes down around
so cloudy.
around like 2:30 in the afternoon. It's just gone. It's like, oh, let me go walk the
I'm
dog.
aware.
It's like, oh, let me go walk the dog, and then it's like, oh, I'm kind
Uh,
of dark outside.
oh, it's dark. Oh, okay.
All right, well, we thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the THK podcast. We're going to streamline it, the Harry Knuckles podcast. This was it's been fun. It's been fun. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, this file does not corrupt. I will end all my presence on social media if it does corrupt. You heard it here first, folks. I bid you adieu. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Peace. Oh, wait, can I say one thing first? Before you press the button?
I almost ended it. Go ahead. Yeah,
You almost did?
I did.
Make sure you follow all of us on our Twitter accounts. Mine is HFirestone11. I almost said Alex. Chad's is Mr. _ Chadington, and the podcast has a Twitter as well, and that Twitter is at the HK Podcast. So now you can do your outro.
And the
I just
links,
want to add that to it.
the links to said Twitter accounts will be in El Description de YouTube. So look for it there. All right, guys. Bye.